Why will your children leave the church when they become teenagers? Because your children are smart and you're not. Okay, that's another reason. Okay, children have this intuitive, well, as they become teenagers, they have this intuitive understanding. They can see straight through the facade. They can see straight through the hypocrisy. And a lot of hypocrisy is in the church. For example, Halloween in church. What is Halloween? Your children, as they become teens, they see straight through. Now, you may not see straight through it. You may think it's cute to carve out a pumpkin and see the joy in a child's eyes as they carve out a pumpkin. But listen, these children are going to grow up and they're going to become teenagers, and they're going to ask the question, why is Halloween in church? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Yeah, your children are smarter than you are, you see. That's my point. Christmas could fall into the same category. My parents quit celebrating Christmas when I was 12, but even at 12, they desperately tried to put Christ in Christmas. We'd sit around a Christmas tree and read about the birth of Jesus. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't give a rip about, I'm looking at all these gifts underneath the Christmas tree, and they're reading about Jesus. I couldn't make the connection. There was a disconnect there. All I wanted was to open my gifts, okay? That's all I cared about. And I'm just saying that teenagers, when they become teens, they see straight through the facade. A fat man coming down the chimney to bring us gifts. How crazy is that? Why is it that the Christian religion is the only religion that has to have a mascot to worship its God? Why is that? Why do we have to have a mascot? What is it with our religion that our children, when they become teenagers, can see straight through it? Straight through it. I mean straight through it. The Easter bunny. For 20 years, I thought a rabbit laid an egg, for pity's sake. I found out later it wasn't an egg that rabbit was laying. It's that your teens can see straight through this ready-made world of religion, telling you your children, I'm telling you, your children can see straight through it. This ready-made world of, this is how we worship our God around here. These are the mascots that we have. And we wonder why they leave the church when they become teenagers. Well, now, why am I so hard on these holidays that people keep? Well, I'll tell you why I'm hard on them. Because of Leviticus 23 and verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord's, even holy convocations which you shall proclaim in their season. These are talking about the feasts of Jehovah, the feast of the Lord. Whose feast are they? I can't hear you. Whose feast? The feast of Jehovah, the feast of the Lord's. 7 of them that you shall proclaim and keep during their season. They're all about Jesus Christ. The Passover, when I see the blood, I will pass over you. The days of unleavened bread, putting Christ in, putting sin out. Pentecost, receiving the Spirit of Christ. The Feast of Trumpets, the return of Jesus Christ to this earth. The Day of Atonement, the atoning work of Jesus Christ, His blood and forgiveness. The Feast of Tabernacles, the government of God on this earth, the last great day, which basically exemplifies and tells us about God's great mercy He has for all people. All right, these holy days are all about Jesus Christ. And you've been in church for 40 years, and you've never heard about the feasts of the Lord's. Shame on you. Shame on your preacher. Okay? And I want to offer you something here, 7 holy days. This is not actually it, but I have it. Okay, 7 holy days. If you would like to educate yourself, that's a big if. A lot of you just want to stay in your ignorance, okay? I understand. Don't order it then. But if you want to order that, write to, is that really in the Bible? 27 Brookledge Lane, Rocky Mount, Virginia, 24151, and I will send that to you free of charge. Won't sell your name to a mailing list. You won't hear from me again. I'll just give you the material, okay? And I won't beg you for money either.
Check us out on the web at isthatreallyinthebible.com.